I didn't warn my sister her dress was see-through. Before you judge me, you need to understand what she did first. My sister Gemma has always been the golden child. Perfect grades, perfect boyfriend, perfect everything. I was the backup daughter, the one my parents introduced as Gemma's sister instead of by my actual name. But I never resented her for it. She was my best friend despite everything. We told each other everything, or so I thought. 3 months ago, I introduced Gemma to my fiance Marcus at a family dinner. She was charming, laughed at all his jokes, touched his arm when she talked. I didn't think anything of it because that's just how Gemma was with everyone. Then I noticed Marcus started texting more, smiling at his phone, turning the screen away when I walked by. I asked him about it and he said it was work stuff. 2 weeks later, I borrowed his laptop to check my email. His messages were still open. I saw my sister's name and my heart stopped. The conversation made me physically sick. Screenshots of conversations, photos she'd sent him, plans to meet up while I was at work. She'd been pursuing him for weeks, telling him I was boring, that he deserved someone more exciting, that she could give him things I couldn't. Marcus had been responding to all of it. I confronted him that night. He broke down crying, said nothing physical happened yet, said he was confused, said he loved me, but Gemma was persistent, like that was an excuse. I ended the engagement immediately, threw the ring at his chest, and told him to get out. Then I called Gemma. She denied everything at first, said I was crazy, said Marcus was lying to cover something else up. When I read the messages out loud, she went quiet. Then she laughed. "You were always so naive," she said. "Did you really think someone like Marcus would stay satisfied with someone like you? I was doing you a favor. Better you find out now than after the wedding." I hung up and didn't speak to her for 2 months. My parents somehow blamed me for tearing the family apart, said I was being dramatic, that sisters fight over boys sometimes and I needed to forgive her. They didn't see the messages. Didn't want to see them. Last weekend was my cousin's wedding. The whole family would be there, including Gemma. She showed up in this stunning white dress, fitted, elegant, expensive looking. She walked in like she owned the place and immediately started telling everyone how she'd gotten it from some exclusive boutique downtown. But when she walked past the window, the sunlight hit the fabric and I saw it immediately. The dress was completely see-through. Every single thing she was wearing underneath was visible. The outline of everything. She had no idea. My mom noticed me staring. "What's wrong?" I looked at Gemma posing for photos, laughing, flipping her hair, soaking up compliments about the dress. This was her moment, her spotlight. "Nothing," I said, "just admiring her dress." The ceremony started. Gemma sat in the second row. The afternoon sun poured through the chapel windows at the perfect angle. Dozens of family members sitting behind her, all of them with a clear view. I watched my aunt's face change first, then my uncle's. Then the whispers started spreading row by row like a wave. People were pulling out their phones, not to take pictures of the bride walking down the aisle, to take pictures of Gemma. She had no idea why people kept looking at her. She probably thought they were admiring the dress. The reception was worse. Someone had posted a photo to the family group chat, then another. Gemma's face was getting tagged in everything. She finally checked her phone and her expression crumbled. She ran to the bathroom and didn't come out for 40 minutes. When she did, her mascara was destroyed and she'd wrapped herself in someone's jacket. She found me at my table. "You knew," she hissed. "You saw and you didn't tell me." I took a sip of my champagne. "Did you really think someone like me would help someone like you? I was doing you a favor. Better you find out now than after more photos." Her face went white. "That's not the same thing." "You're right," I shrugged. "I just didn't warn you about a dress. You tried to steal my entire future." She stood there for a long moment. Then she left the wedding early without saying goodbye to anyone. My mom came over and asked what happened. I told her sisters fight sometimes. She should probably forgive Gemma eventually.